Hi guys, welcome to a day in my life. So I started my day a little later than usual and woke up at around 8 a.m. My classes begin at around 8:30, so if I have some work, I do usually wake up early. And first things first, I decided to tie my hair and brush my teeth. And after that, I washed my face with this cleanser from Simple. And now it's the time for my skincare routine. I don't do anything crazy. I just spray a toner and then I follow it up with an eye cream, and then I apply this glycolic acid serum to remove the darkness around my neck. And sunscreen is honestly a non-negotiable for me. I make sure to apply sunscreen every day even if I'm not going out. I've heard that the lights we use in our homes can also affect our skin over time, so I really don't want to take any chances. After I'm done with my skincare, I decided to do something a little crazy. I had sachets of green tea kept in my house, so I thought why not make one for myself. My mom usually drinks it on an empty stomach, so I decided to do the same. I genuinely thought that it was going to taste terrible, but honestly it was not so bad. I would definitely drink it again, but of course not on a daily basis, I think so. For breakfast, I kept it super light and made myself a mango milkshake. And this is kind of weird because I don't like eating mangoes, but turn them into a milkshake and suddenly I am the biggest fan of mangoes. My classes are from 8:30 to 12:30, so my mornings are usually packed. After my classes got over, I finally did something I'd been putting off for a while now. I had made a vision board on a chart paper earlier this year, but I couldn't hang it up on a wall. So I decided to do something creative. I cut out all the pictures and pasted them in my diary and wrote little goals next to them. Back in the day, I used to write about my life in my diary literally all the time, but somewhere along the way, I just outgrew that habit. Then I realized I already had a diary for 2026, so I thought why not start using it again and make something meaningful out of it. While doing this, I remembered the goals I had set for myself at the beginning of this year, and honestly, it's kind of crazy. I mean, half the year is over and there are still so many things I haven't accomplished yet. Definitely scared whether I'll be able to complete everything on my vision board, but I think there's still time to work towards it. It was such a therapeutic activity. I never knew that pasting pictures was such a calm and peaceful thing, but yeah, it was such a wonderful activity. Then I decided to practice some classical pieces on my keyboard. I'm a huge fan of classical music, especially classical piano pieces. You could put me in front of a piano for the whole day and I'd happily play for hours. That's how much I love it. I used to take piano lessons when I was younger, but once COVID hit, the classes stopped because of the lockdown. Back then, I was honestly kind of happy because piano lessons took up a huge chunk of my playtime as a kid. But as I grew, I slowly fell in love with music. I mean, there's just something so beautiful about music. If you're someone who is into music, you'll probably understand what I mean. After practicing for a while, it was time for my workout. Also, I make sure that I'm hydrated properly. I literally carry this water bottle with me all the time and refill it at least twice a day. I mean, the more you drink, the more your skin and your body stays healthy. Now's the time for our workout. So I used to go to the gym, but it honestly wasn't working for me. I wasn't eating enough, I was lifting weights, and my energy was basically non-existent. Since I'm not a very big fan of milk, eggs, or meat, I wasn't getting any protein from my food, so that's why I was feeling really lethargic. So now I stick to home workouts, nothing really crazy, some squats, wall push-ups, plank, just enough so that my body functions properly, I am having energy throughout the day, and of course to sleep properly. Once I was done with my workout, I decided to take a shower, and by then I was seriously hungry. I had rice and sambar. And listen, I am not even the biggest fan of rice, but rice with sambar, that's a different story. Lunch is the only time when I can watch my animes peacefully. Otherwise, I'm always in some kind of a huge rush. But during lunchtime, I can peacefully sit, eat my food, and watch my favorite anime. Hi guys, so I am going out, and it's kind of scary because it's the first time I'm going out alone. And the place is kind of like, I'm going to Khan Market. I'm in Delhi, so I'm going to Khan Market, and that is kind of 30 to 40 minutes away from my house, and I'm going via metro, which is a good thing because I know how to navigate or how to figure out metros, so it's fine. So I'll show you what's all in my bag actually. So we have a shawl, you know, I'm going to a church, so you need a shawl, and we have a cap, a rubber band, glasses. We also have some lip products, which I don't think that I'll need because I am kind of nervous. I'm scared actually. And please don't mind my hair because I cut my bangs, okay? I cut my bangs and it did not turn out as I imagined. So I'm totally interrupting myself there because I went on a little rant about my bangs not turning out the way I wanted them to. Anyways, let's just pretend that never happened and move on. Khan Market is such a pretty area. Like, I went there to visit a church. I had to write down a few intentions there. It had been quite a few days since I visited, so it was such a wonderful experience, and I met quite familiar faces too. So I was in Khan Market, but there's a famous bookstore called Fakir Chand. So I wanted to go there actually. I've already been there quite a couple of times, but I wanted to go there again, but I couldn't because I didn't have a lot of time in my hands, so I decided not to go there eventually. When I came back home, I picked up my ukulele for a while. It's such a fun yet a taxing instrument. I've never really been a huge fan of string instruments. I personally feel like they're a lot more challenging than instruments like piano or melodica. Learning ukulele has definitely been harder than expected. My fingers were hurting by the time I finished practicing, and I'm still getting used to plucking the strings properly. But I'm sticking with it, and hopefully I'll get better with practice. One goal I've set for myself this year is learning a new language. I pick one topic, make my own sentences, and then check them with ChatGPT to see if my grammar is correct. And it has been 3 months, and it's going pretty well. It's still pretty hard for me to speak because it's a completely new skill and a whole new language, but I am definitely improving, and maybe hopefully one day I'll speak to you guys in German. After studying for a while, it was skincare time again. Since I'd been out in the sun during the hottest part of the day, my skin was in desperate need of a face mask. I used a rice face mask for my skin that I picked up from Japanese skincare routine. I am a huge fan of Japanese culture, especially their skincare, so I love incorporating little bits of it into my skincare routine whenever I can. Once I washed it off, I sprayed a toner on my face. To wrap up the day, I had some jamun. It's called black plum in English, I guess. I kept dinner pretty light since I'd already grabbed something while I was out earlier. Along with eating, I also read a book. I'm a huge fan of thriller novels, especially the ones by Frida McFadden. I was reading What D, and it has been keeping me up all night. I genuinely want to finish it as soon as possible at this point. And that was the perfect way to end my day, with a good book. I hope you guys enjoyed spending the day with me. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe, all the YouTube things. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.